What's up, guys? This is Pablo Millie, and I'm back here with another YouTube video. This video is all about myself personally, and it's about my depression that I have been struggling with for about 6 years now. Yeah, 6 years, and I made a bit of changes in some aspect, and at some aspect I'm not, because I'm still going through that phase where I'm trying to get myself, you know, on the right path. But I'm just gonna tell you the story about my challenges and what I face, and know that you're not the only one out there. If anybody's listening, they're going through depression, anxiety, any type of mental breakdown. I hope you guys we just know that you're not alone, and I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna just let you know what it is. But before I get into this video, I'll be right back, so stay tuned.
We are just ourselves. I could use some help getting out of this conversation. You look stunning, dear, so don't ask that question here. This is my only fear, that we become beautiful people. Top designer clothes, front row fashion show.
Alright, so welcome back, guys. My name is Pablo, right? I'm about 23 years old, from Jamaica. Yeah. Back in about 2015, there about 2014. Yeah, 2014. It all started where I finished high school, trying to, see where I can excel in academic wise, but unfortunately, my parents didn't really have the funds to really send me to university at the same time. But currently, I was actually home, trying to do the most as usual and thing, and yeah, doing bits and pieces thereabout. But after a few months, I found myself going through a phase where I started experiencing like heavy depression. I was not like every other person. I never had like good interaction with people, because I don't go well with people. I always be the odd out of the many, so I always be by myself trying to figure out what I can do with my life and stuff. But as months goes by, I find myself like locked away in the house, trying to understand what my purpose is. Couldn't find my purpose. I tried so much things where I found myself suicidal thoughts came to my mind. I overdosed twice. My parents don't even know about this, probably, because I don't speak a lot. I'm the type of person, when I'm depressed, I don't speak, I don't communicate, I don't really give much like feeling. I stay to myself. It's better for me, because I just don't want to let persons or people know, because they sometimes, when you confide into people, it's the wrong perspective, and you feel like your personal information is safe when it's not, and most of the times they use it against you. Yeah, that's why I don't really share like personal, but I'm coming out with this now because it's getting the best of me, trust me. So yeah, suicidal thoughts came, popping pills, yeah, but not much of a pill, but like, doing stuff to really like end your life. I started to cut myself. I use like electrical cars and try to do some stuff with it to let it shut me, just to get my peace of mind, trying to telling myself that this world is not really complete for me right now. I need to end this feeling and just get away. I'm not made to be like living in this world. I always say there's another like, world where when we die we just go there and probably have a happy life afterwards. But yeah, anyways, I try so many things trying to end my life, but at the same time, it's like it's for me to really hard to die at the same time. And at the same time I'm just numb. I'm numb. Days pass, I don't speak. I'm the introvert type. I don't really communicate with people. I have a few friends, but I don't really communicate. I tried. Most of the times I pray because my parents are religious Christians, but I pray, and sometimes I ask God, why me? Why I have to go through all this pain and agony in my head? It's totally messed up. I cried at nights a lot. Nobody knows. I cried. I write down passages in my notebooks trying to express my feelings, because I couldn't express my feelings to persons, as what I said previously. And it was getting the best of me, and I decided to like, alright, try to step out of the box, trying to not sink myself in sorrow and pain. So I tried like doing business, because I love doing business. I'm an entrepreneur guy, I'm an entrepreneur guy. So anything about business and transaction, I'm definitely a part of that. So I started to do that, try to remove negative thoughts, and days go by, things started to change. I started to feel a bit better, not focusing on the situation. And something happened in 2016. 2016 was that time. I was about on 1st of August. Yeah, 2016, 1st of August. And 2016, that time I would be like turning 19, I think, or 20. I don't quite sure. Yeah, I think 20 or 21, something there about. Right. I think it's 19. Yeah. Let me see, cause yeah. I'm trying to see. 2016. I think there's about. Let me check. Cause I want. Yeah, 19. Yeah, 19. I had a altercation where I had my people beat someone child, and that people was my favorite people. And when it beat that child, I never know what else to do, because I was so much in pain and agony. Yeah, because my mom had like kept this birthday party without me noticing, so I never expected. But the dog was I don't even know how the dog came out of the dog house. But that day was a tragic day. That day I felt like to end my life, because the thing that I love to do most, I know that I have to end up lose it, and now I have to pay like the consequences to try for what had happened without me recognizing that I was in that situation. The dog beat the child. There was so much arguments, and It's so much altercation there. I was like stressed out to the bones, like stressed out to the bones. I cried. I never wanted to talk to my parents. I remember, like the way I felt. I actually hit my grandma. What they call it, cabinet. Yeah, with but I doubled my fist and fist my grandma's cabinet with, like, you keep like shark plates and those stuff, cups and those stuff, and brutalized my hand. And the way that I made that impact, I never feel when my hands were like cut and blistered up with blood. I never feel nothing because the way I'm so stressed out, I was like numb, and I gave up on life totally. I gave up on life. I cried all night. I cried till my eyes were swollen. I wanted to end my life that night, and it's like so much stuff was going through my head. I was like mad depressed on my birthday. So you know that me. On my birthday I was mad depressed. I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried, I cried. I was saying what the hell I'm going to do. And I was just in a phase where I don't want to speak. I didn't even eat for like about 2 weeks, to be exact. 2 weeks. I just lay in bed, not even having showers, nothing. I was just like, shit, I'm going like crazy, bro. And after a while, I gave up on life totally. I had a few friends that I used to speak to. I never speak to them. Well, not speak, spoken to them for about a month, because what I loved the most, I had to like put it on a pause, knowing that I can't do it again because of what had happened. Right? I never had anything to do with the law, like going to court for what had happened, but I had to like financially pay for the bills for the bite which the dog, or the damages which the dog had did to the child, right? But otherwise from that, I was completely outbound. I was like totally out of this world. I think about that was in August. In September, I applied for September. I applied for university. Got accepted and yeah, started university, but I never fully matriculated, right? But I was able to do like courses and other like other courses, because I majored in entrepreneur emphasizes no business, emphasizing in entrepreneurship. Sorry about that. Business emphasizing in entrepreneurship. Yeah, I got accepted. My mom made the challenge to actually help me. You know, I was very happy. I never feel such a peace of mind for a long while, and I appreciate what she had done. Yeah, when I moved out, went to a different parish, right? So it's a new environment for me and all this stuff. Well, everything was going well till I was facing a bit of challenge after a while, because at the same time I was like, not everybody's not you're not gonna be like everybody's type, but you know, you don't stand out, right? You're not everybody's type. You try to make friends. People only like try to despise certain things, right? I was going through a lot, right? And it was not minor, it was not major at the time until it got major, where I had a roommate and things went down, right? It was like stressing, very stressing. I had another housemate where I usually like having communication with more than the roommate. Well, I never spoken much about my depression state, but yeah, being working back to back, because I was a student worker, so I was working like back to back, back to back, back to back, trying to make that bread, trying to, pay my school fee because I didn't have it easy, right? Because I had to hustle hard. I remember like nights I can't even go to work because I had no food, nothing. I had to try to like keep it real and still end up pushing, but majority of the time it affects my working period, where I missed out for work about probably 2 to 3 nights because I was working on night shift. Before night shift I was working day shift. Day shift was like hectic because I probably have like 2 to 3 classes probably in a day, depending on which day of the week, right? So if I don't have classes on Wednesday, I would like go in full time and work, right? And it was like the worst. And if you know, security work is not nice because it's not pretty, but I managed to make a few friends, yeah, here and there, but at the same time I wasn't like, happy with the situation that I'm in, because at the same time it was very hectic, not getting any sleep, because going to work at 7 and leaving 7, it's not easy, and have to wake up the next morning to come to work wasn't pretty. Night shift was a bit, I would say, a bit easier because you don't really have to do much, but like sleeping on couches and chairs, bro. Ugh, this is the worst feeling, worst feeling ever, right? And if you attend Northern Caribbean University and ever experience working at the LPRM department, definitely is the worst, trust me. But at the same time, I try to keep my head up. I had my ups and downs there, right? I fell off a few times because I was trying to know the purpose of myself, but it was like hectic. I never been relationship-wise. I never been in a relationship because I was so messed up in the head. I feel like going to a relationship or being in a relationship with a person, I probably like drain their energy, and I'm all about the energy and manifesting. So like back then, I usually prayed a lot. I was manifest a lot. I was write a lot, saying XYZ, I would want this to happen XYZ at a certain time or a certain pace, right? But after working and on the night shift, I was being depressed. I started to like trying to go out, trying to clear my head, saying that I'm gonna make new friends. Went out trying to experience fun wise, but it was a work. It wasn't me, because I'm not the type of person who party and do stuff. I don't drink, I don't smoke, but being around people who does that is very influential. I had to try to keep my head together. I keep my composure in a way together to at least know that I'm not this type of person. I'm not gonna do this. At the same time, I I was going back and forth with school, and there was a point where things started getting messy. I started failing out on my course. I started failing out on a subject which was maths because I had challenges with maths, not with calculations or stuff, but like the advance of maths. That shit is crazy. I failed maths about 3 times. Yeah, 3 times, bro. That's what I'm telling you. That shit put me in a depression state where me just feel mad out. I feel like less of I feel less of myself that I couldn't. I said, Jano, I couldn't. I can't understand, right? And I wanted to free my mind because I was working on like fully matriculating university and stuff, but that didn't happen, right? Because I needed the maths, right? But days gone by, I started to like slack off, because the way the depression and anxiety, I had like huge anxiety traveling, like taxis, buses, like the simplest of certain things will trigger off my anxiety, like blood. Yeah, I remember blood accidents, like serious accidents, or like anything, depending on the conversation, right? Which has to do with like death. Yeah, because I had a phobia with death. I had a phobia where if I heard the name of like somebody mentioning death, I would like actually have a panic attack, because I remember entering the verge of feeling like I was gonna die, right? Where I got a panic attack. I felt it was a heart attack, but it was a panic attack. I felt like my whole body was shutting down. And when I look up in the sky was like very dark and I couldn't feel my body. I feel so dead. It was like the breath left. Well, yeah, it was like the breath which has left inside me was still left out of me. And I thought that was it. And that was actually in 2016 also. But yeah, so it's like I had issues traveling. I couldn't focus. If I anxiety attack, always like I have anxiety attack like every minute of this. What would I put it? Every second of the day, I have anxiety attack. Trust me, I cried at night saying that I feel like I'm just not the type of person who is made unique, because if this is unique, this is not unique at all. Like you're going on through your daily life, and especially at school, and every second you have an anxiety attack, people will see you and you're sweating, because most times when I have anxiety attack, I can't speak. My heart is racing fast. My pulse are like doing the most in my body. I was like, oh, this shit made me feel so weird and weak at the same time. But yeah, I tried. I started going YouTube, trying to look up like information, trying to get my anxiety attack on a balance, because it was affecting me and it was affecting my performance in school. So it wasn't like a pretty situation. And I didn't speak about it. Nobody didn't know that I was having like depression and anxiety problem, because I don't speak, because I feel like if I speak out on that, people probably feel like I'm weird, or I am too childish, or I'm not grown. But even grown people have issues in their daily life, in and out. If it's either work, school, or like personal, insecurities. Because especially when you have insecurities, that can really affect you. I didn't really have much of an insecurity. Only insecurity I had was like failure in life. Like I had that insecurity where if I fail, I feel like, that's it for me. But anyways, I remember went to this house party, right? Yeah, it was like a college party where you have peers your age group came along and thing. My roommate came. I had received some anxiety pills. I didn't remember because I had classes that day, but I forgot to take the pills, which I should have take full doses, but I never take none at all. So I came in after. I think I came in after class and came home. I take the full doses because I said I'm going to bed, so let me just take the full dose and done. Onto that, I take the pill, lay down, hear the knocking. Friend came in, say, Pablo, we are going to the house party. I never remember that I taken pill. Trust me, I may take full dose. And we went. There wasn't much people there, so nothing ever to one. But him offered to like buy I think he bought a beer. I'm not sure exactly. It was a light beer. If you're a Jamaican and you know Red Stripe Light, yeah, a light beer, right? I never remember that I take pill, and I sip on that, sip on that, sip on that. I never remember. Thought was everything was okay, so nothing was never going on that house party. So we went in the town to actually, chill and hold up vibes. Yeah, was on the second light beer, and that second light beer almost take my life. I felt this like cold sweat start rushing my body, and like, man, I said, no, brother, me no feel good. So, but me couldn't explain it to nobody. As me say, I'm very personal about certain things, and it comes on to like speaking about how I feel, because majority of the time people don't understand how you feel, right? So yeah, I went outside. I started feeling dizzy. Cold sweat. If you know what is cold sweat, cold sweat start washing me. I felt on the brink of turning over, meaning faint. I had to walk it out. I was saying, shit, God, we can't come here so come dead. So I said to myself, we can't come here so come dead, because I never remember say I take full dose of pill and actually go drink light beer on that. Anyways, something went on, and we actually, the friend that invite me out, actually we end up go home because a fight break out and a bag of things. So I was like happy at the same time, because I say me not feel good and me need to go home. Me can't manage. But I never mentioned it to him. Finally reach home. I never feel the after effect until I wake up the next morning. I couldn't move. When I get up off the bed and stand up, I just fall back down, right? And it's like, man, I said, no, this don't feel good. And because it was me alone in the room, because my roommate my roommate actually moved, so it was me alone. So only him I could actually cop, and so I just started telling him the feeling that I have, and the man even pay me no mind, brother. Because the man feel like it's a joking thing, man. Tell him I have to call, like they have to text one of my friend from one of my friend from school, and then come home, come cross, or come over. Jamaican people that say come cross, but like some people that say For other people, they would have said like, come over. So I let him come over. Me start explain right? And until I'm going a deep depression feel, me just feel like, brother, I hit that for me. You see me? Me start, me couldn't stand up from my feet none that. Me feel dizzy, weak. Same time I jump on the phone and say I go search or walk on with taking pills and drinking alcohol after. First thing I see come up on Google I did me. Right, I just fling with the phone, start call one of my brethren because him father there some doctor. I tell me say yo, I have to consume a lot of water. Right? A lot of water and thing. I did but never work. Never at work. I was like so intoxicated with that alcohol, and that pill was like doing the most inside. Well, my friend had prepared meal for me, but I wasn't feeling bad after I ate. But when I wake up the next day, I know that I had to went to the doctor, or I had to go to the doctor because the feeling never go away. And when I went to the doctor told me that I'm good. It's just that it's just the intoxic. I can't even pronounce it. I don't remember directly, but he must say the toxin that was in my body, it didn't came out, but I would do fine and I'm good and this and that. But in my mind I say I'm not good because the pill that I was taking was prescribed for depression and anxiety, right? And I taken full dose that night, so me know I say me not good, right? But anyways, them prescribed some like vitamins and I think some magnesium pill and something else. I think some tonic, but I don't remember what type of tonic. I think it was a children's tonic. I don't really remember. But yeah, come home, take that few days and feel better. But you know, actually learn from the mistake, knowing that sometimes it's really hard because trying to fit in with the crew doesn't work. And probably if I actually did stand out on my foot that night saying that no, I'm not good, I'm not going on, I wouldn't end up in that situation. But that's life, you know. You can sometimes certain things in life just have to teach you. And my mother always said me, you have to learn the hardest way, and I always have to learn the hardest way at times. But from there, I still had facing a lot comparing to the depression, where I just give up, stressed out. You know, as me say, days I'll be just locked down in the room, nobody know if me good or not, right? And most of the time me just give up, like literally. Me have to like actually write down motivational quotes from out my head and try to put myself back on balance because me know what I'm capable of, right? But there are times in life where certain people see you and they see a smiling face, but deep down them don't know the demons and we have to fight every day. And sometimes some people hurt you, even people the closest that you're with or you love. They do some stuff where I don't know if them ever think before them act and next them think about it after. And you will probably not tell them, because me personally don't tell people even close to me. I didn't even mention it to my parents, much less people that I been close with, what I have been through. And I get a lot of hurt. I mean, I tell you see when I get a lot of hurt, it takes me up to probably about a month or two before I can actually get myself revived and move on from that. Cause trust me, it's not easy, because when you have a face plus that extra that come on with your face, brother, it's the worst. are the worst. I'm gonna tell you. Most of the time, I just feel love and prayer keep me going because I don't know what I would do. And sometimes I like when I pray, I have to like totally cry out, asking God why me, even though it's not me only, but I have to ask like why me? Why do I have to go through this? Am I not enough? Or should I be in this position? Are you teaching me something? Is it a lesson for me to be learned? I don't know. And now, to where I'm at, I'm still depressed. It's something I can't. It's really hard, very, very hard, you know. And like this, the way sometimes how strong or how often I have anxiety, most of the times it weakens your heart because the amount of times being like having panic attacks where you're like you're frightened multiple times, it like it puts your heart in a certain depression state. Your mind and your heart are connected together, so once your mind is not healthy, the heart is not gonna help you, because once you have that negative thought in your head, it stresses the heart out, right? And that was like going on with me, and I had to like write a lot, like read. I had to like cut off a lot of people and try to get myself on balance. But currently now, for all the people that are out there facing depression, it's not you alone. I've been there a lot and still on that road, trying to figure out how can this thing be stopped, right? But all I can say is all you have to do is just keep positive, just pray and just ask God to forgive everything that you have done, and just try to be happy. It's not easy to be happy, but you have to try at least. Once you at least try, you know that you're on the way to not really a better or let's say better, but at least you know certain things are like minimal as of negativity wise. But yeah, and overdosing, trust me, I did a lot of times trying to take my life, but bro, that shit just it didn't work, right? It didn't work because no matter how I tried, it's only like after effect, but I didn't die. So I know that God has my back. I always tell myself that God has my back no matter what the situation is, you know. And that's the thing that I prayed a lot for. Now 2021, and I'm still going through a phase right now. I'm still going through a lot, and may I tell you, I have to try to keep my head above water because it's not easy. But at the end of the day, as what I'm trying to say, you have to just keep positive, keep the mind, try to read, try to at least enjoy a bit of nature. You know, music is my best friend, because music alone can actually calm my soul and my mind. Nothing else, not even movie, nothing, just music. Because music is like when I listen to music, music actually speaks to me in a different language where it just at least, I don't know, it's like rejuvenate my soul knowing that I'm not alone, right? But trust me, you're not alone out there. And for all the people out there suffering from depression, I say, just keep your head above water. You're not going through this alone. I'm here with you. We got each other, and you just have to like keep faith, because one day this is not gonna be like forever, right? If you feel like giving up, please don't give up, right? Please just keep moving, keep trying, try to learn new things. Because what I did to like remove all those negativity. I try to put myself on the brink of stuff like I can accomplish, and I try to make things happen, like try to make the impossible possible. So that helps me. People that hurts me, I use them as a motivation to fuel my energy to do better at life, so that keeps me going, that keeps me focused. So yeah, that's what I can say. Just keep focused, keep motivated. If you need me, you can contact me. Just click the link below. That's my Instagram. You can go follow me, and we can actually have a chat, or probably have a group with people that are facing depression, and we just try to communicate, right? Because I feel like when we have more than one person who is in the same phase going through that, we can actually exchange conversation and learn from each other. But yeah, just keep focused, keep crying. Remember, God loves you, and you're not alone in this. Just don't give up the fight. Keep pushing, keep pressing, and just keep motivated. Because one day all of this gonna be over. Trust me, it's not gonna be forever. I guess until we die, probably. Because this depression sometimes, depending on what the situation is, sometimes the only time you get a peace of mind is when you're dead. Truth and the fact about it still. But yeah. But this is part 1 of my depression state. I don't really like. It's my first time here, so I'm not gonna really express a lot. But that's one of the tip of the iceberg of the depression state, where I had went through in 2016. Right? But yeah. But please like, share, comment, and I'm here. So I'm out, and until then, be safe.